Today, if you're watching this video, you could say you're truly blessed. Because what Emily Carter is about to share with you isn't from expensive medication or complicated surgery. It's a secret hidden right in our kitchen, a natural method that pharmaceutical companies absolutely don't want you to know. Can you believe it? That energy, confidence, and passion that seemed to have disappeared long ago. Whether in your intimate life with your partner or in the little moments of your daily life, can actually be regained simply by eating 6 types of nuts that are commonly found in our everyday lives. I know, when I say this, many people's first reaction is full of doubt, even thinking this might be a joke. Not long ago, a 67-year-old Mr. Wang from Taichung came to my clinic with a deeply worried expression and said directly to me, "Doctor, I've heard all this before. Haven't I tried every nutritional supplement on the market? Haven't I done every exercise said to boost male hormones? I've spent so much money and time, and the results were limited. Now you're telling me that just eating a few kinds of nuts can help me regain the state a man should have?" I completely understand his doubt. In this era of information explosion, it's completely normal to feel numb and distrustful when faced with endless health advice. But my answer is, Mr. Wong, if you use the right method, this is absolutely possible, and modern science has already provided solid evidence. We often habitually look outward for answers, relying on medication or high-tech treatments, yet frequently overlook the fact that nature, the oldest and wisest doctor, has already prepared gentle yet powerful healing forces right beside us. I am Emily Carter, specializing in men's health management and anti-aging medicine. In over 30 years of my career, I've met thousands of men experiencing physical changes after middle age. I've seen too many once vibrant men become quiet and lose confidence due to physical limitations, even affecting family harmony. I've also seen many, after trying various methods and feeling hopeless, ultimately regain control of their lives through small but consistent adjustments in diet and lifestyle, and that confident sparkle in their eyes shines brightly again. In today's video, I will completely reveal, without holding anything back, these 6 tiny but incredibly powerful nuts. Their effectiveness has been studied and recognized by top medical schools in the United States, Turkey, and even South Korea. I'll carefully explain how to precisely combine them to produce a synergistic effect far stronger, longer lasting, and safer than expensive medications. At the same time, I'll directly point out the most common fatal mistakes many men make during this process. Mistakes that are often the real reason they spend time without seeing results. And the most important content I'll save for the end of the video. I'll share a golden habit that only takes you 3 minutes a day. This habit won't just make your body healthier from the inside out, but can also effectively awaken your long-dormant male vitality and passion. Before we reveal the answers, let's take a few minutes to deeply understand what's really happening in our bodies. Many men begin to quietly receive signals from their bodies after age 50. At first, it might just feel like you're more winded climbing stairs than before, or things you used to lift easily now feel a bit strenuous. Sleep quality worsens too frequently, waking up in the middle of the night, or waking up in the morning still feeling tired, as if you didn't rest at all. Then one day, you suddenly notice an even more discouraging change. Although your heart still holds love and desire for your partner, your body seems no longer to obey your brain's commands. Many men who come to see me are very honest. They still deeply love their wives, their emotional foundation is very solid, but when they want to be intimate, that youthful confidence is gone. Their physical response becomes slow and weak, sometimes even completely unresponsive. Because of this, they begin subconsciously avoiding intimate moments with their partner, not because love has disappeared, but because deep down, they feel they're not man enough. They're afraid of seeing even a hint of disappointment in their partner's eyes. Emily Carter wants to clearly and gently tell everyone here, this absolutely isn't because you've become weak. It's simply that our bodies are going through a completely normal natural change. From a biological perspective, there are mainly three reasons. First is the natural decline of hormones. A hormone in our body called testosterone. Imagine it as the premium gasoline that powers a man's sports car, determines our muscle mass, bone density, mental state, and of course, our libido and sexual function. After peaking around age 30, testosterone levels slowly decline at a rate of about 1% to 2% per year. By the time you reach your 50s and 60s, this accumulated decline becomes very significant. This is why we feel our physical strength decreasing and lose interest in many things. Second is the aging of the cardiovascular system. Our erectile function, essentially, is a physiological process highly dependent on healthy blood circulation. Imagine our blood vessels as a complex irrigation system, and an erection is like rapidly and precisely delivering a large volume of water to a specific area in a short time. When we're young, the pipes of this system, the blood vessel walls, are very elastic with no blockages. But as we age, the vessel walls become stiff and lose elasticity due to oxidation and inflammation, a condition we call endothelial dysfunction in medicine. It's like water pipes aging and hardening, with some areas starting to rust and clog. Even if the water source our desire is still there, the flow struggles to reach its destination smoothly and powerfully. Third is chronic inflammation and duller nerve responses. The bodies of many middle-aged and older men remain in a state of low-grade chronic inflammation. You may not feel it yourself, but it slowly erodes our body's tissues like a frog being boiled in warm water, including our sexual organs and nerves that control arousal. This makes those once highly sensitive reflexes increasingly dull, like a precision instrument that hasn't been oiled or maintained for a long time. Its parts no longer respond as sensitively. And even more important is the psychological factor. When physical issues arise, many choose silence and suppression, hiding all their worries inside, believing this is an inevitable part of aging that must be silently endured. But it is precisely this silence and neglect that causes our health to deteriorate even faster, because when we don't understand what changes are happening in our bodies, we'll never know how to help them. Fortunately, all of this can be improved and restored through natural means. The key is that we must face this reality and care for our bodies with correct knowledge and methods. Remember, it's not age that makes us weak, but our own self-neglect and disregard that gradually cause us to lose our original vitality. All right, now that we know the root of the problem, is there a natural, simple, and effective method to help us regain that vitality? The answer lies in nuts, something we might easily overlook in daily life. But not all nuts have the same effect. Next, Emily Carter will introduce these 6 natural nuts, which have been proven by extensive scientific research to effectively awaken the inner vitality of men after age 50. First is the walnut. Its primary function is to promote our blood circulation. Think of it as the pioneer clearing the way to awaken our inner vitality. Let me start with a simple but deeply memorable little story. A 67-year-old Mr. Chen from Kaohsiung, a retired teacher, came to see me one afternoon in March. He looked very tired, spoke in a low voice, and was full of worry. He told me he didn't know when it started, but every morning when he woke up, his body had no sensation at all. He said that when he was young, even a slight stimulus would make his heart race, but now it felt like a stagnant pond, completely unresponsive. I asked if he'd tried any methods to improve, and he bitterly smiled and said he thought it was just old age, so he had been enduring it, though deep down he really didn't want to accept this state. My advice to him was simple. Eat a small handful of plain, unsalted walnuts every night before bed. Many people use walnuts in bread or mixed into salads, but few know they offer great benefits for middle-aged men's cardiovascular health. Walnuts are rich in an amino acid called arginine, which, once inside our bodies, converts into a gas called nitric oxide. This nitric oxide is the key signal that helps our blood vessel lining relax and expand, allowing blood to flow more easily to important areas of our body, especially our sexual organs. A study in South Korea clearly showed that when a group of middle-aged men ate walnuts daily for 4 consecutive weeks, their vascular function indicators showed very noticeable improvement. 3 weeks later, when Mr. Chen returned to the clinic, his complexion was much better, and he spoke with more energy. He told me that although he wasn't sure if it was the walnuts or if he had simply regained confidence, the feeling of waking up in the morning and feeling like a man again was something he hadn't experienced in a long time. If walnuts have opened a broad avenue for our blood circulation, then pistachios act like reawakening our emotions and those long dormant reflex nerves along this avenue. Imagine a classic love song that once made your heart race. You may not have listened to it in a long time, but one day you accidentally hear that familiar melody on the radio. Don't all your emotions and memories instantly flood back? Pistachios are like that familiar melody. They won't create new emotions, but they'll awaken the feelings you once had. Like walnuts, pistachios are also rich in arginine, which can stimulate the body to produce nitric oxide to expand blood vessels and increase blood supply to important organs. Besides, pistachios also contain powerful antioxidants like lutein and zeaxanthin, plant sterols, and healthy monounsaturated fats. These components can keep our blood vessels healthier and our nerve reflexes more sensitive, which directly helps enhance satisfaction during intimate moments. A very famous study conducted by a medical school in Turkey followed a group of middle-aged men with erectile dysfunction. They were asked to eat 100 grams of pistachios every day for 3 consecutive weeks. The results were astonishing. Not only did their erectile function index show significant improvement, but the duration also became longer. Most importantly, they all felt their bodies were truly becoming healthier. All right, now that we've activated blood circulation and reflex nerves, let's go deeper and explore how to reactivate the male hormone engine from within our bodies. We won't use medication, just choosing the right nuts. Brazil nuts are key at this stage. We all know that for a man to maintain vitality, he needs not only muscle and good blood circulation, but also something quietly supporting him behind the scenes: testosterone. Think of it as the fuel for the fire in a fireplace. It keeps a man's strength burning continuously. Brazil nuts may look unremarkable with a hard shell, but the kernel inside is very fragrant and crisp, rich in oil. Their most precious feature is that they contain the richest natural source of selenium found in any food on Earth. Selenium is a trace mineral essential for our body to produce testosterone, improve sperm quality, and protect prostate health. There's no other nut on Earth with selenium content as high as Brazil nuts. Our bodies can't produce selenium on their own. We can only obtain it from food. And eating just 1 to 2 Brazil nuts a day is enough to meet our body's entire daily selenium requirement. You really don't need to eat more, nor do you need to buy those expensive nutritional supplements. Now that our internal strength is building, it's time to strengthen our defenses. Prostate health allows our vitality to last longer, and pumpkin seeds are the quiet guardians standing watch, perhaps already sitting in your kitchen. When you're young, few people pay attention to the prostate, but usually after age 50, this small organ begins asserting its presence in various ways. The most common is benign prostatic hyperplasia, BPH. At first, it might just mean you're getting up to use the bathroom more often at night. Then, your sleep is constantly interrupted, leaving you with no energy during the day and your spirit becoming listless. I've heard many men complain they've never had a good night's sleep, or that they avoid intimacy on purpose because they fear a sudden urge to urinate. Prostate enlargement is like a quietly approaching shadow, slowly lowering many men's quality of life. Pumpkin seeds, though small and crunchy, offer many benefits. Their standout component is zinc. This mineral not only helps maintain stable testosterone levels and supports reproductive function, but is especially effective in reducing prostate inflammation and inhibiting excessive growth. Additionally, pumpkin seeds contain a component called plant sterols, which have been proven to effectively relieve symptoms caused by prostate enlargement. A medical institution in Taiwan previously conducted a study and found that when a group of middle-aged men with prostate enlargement issues ate pumpkin seed extract daily for several consecutive weeks, their nighttime frequency of urination significantly decreased, urination became smoother, and sleep quality naturally improved. Dear friends, our energy has never come from sudden bursts, but from consistent accumulation every day. To keep your body strong, your mind clear, and your sleep deep, this secret lies in chia seeds. When you were young, perhaps 1 cup of coffee could keep you working all day. But as you age, your energy source can no longer rely solely on caffeine. You need something more lasting and stable. Something that provides steady, flowing energy throughout the day. That's where chia seeds come in. Though small, they possess a very special power. Chia seeds are rich in plant-based omega-3, soluble fiber, and magnesium. This trio works together to provide your body with sustained, gentle energy without the racing heart or blood sugar spikes you get from fast food or sugary drinks. Their soluble fiber expands when it meets water, slowing down digestion. This not only increases satiety, but also releases energy slowly, helping stabilize blood sugar. This benefits not only diabetics, but also directly affects male function, since our hormone secretion and sexual reflexes are closely tied to how our body metabolizes energy. Additionally, chia seeds are a great partner for sleep. The magnesium they contain helps relax our nerves, allowing us to sleep more deeply, wake up less at night, and naturally feel more refreshed in the morning. All right, now that we've restored physical strength, made reflex nerves more sensitive, and reactivated hormones, it's time to manage another very important factor, our mental state. A calm mindset is the foundation of our overall health, and almonds will be your ideal companion on this journey. Sometimes, even when your body isn't tired, you feel unable to muster any energy. Sometimes there's no obvious physical pain, yet your mind feels foggy and your mood heavy. You just don't feel like doing anything. This is actually a sign that your body and mind lack nutrition. Almonds, though common, are actually powerful allies for cardiovascular health, mental well-being, and male health. Each small almond is rich in 3 precious nutrients: vitamin E, magnesium, and unsaturated fats. Vitamin E is a powerful antioxidant that prevents cell aging, especially beneficial for our nerve and blood vessel cells. Magnesium helps relax muscles, stabilize mood, and aid sleep. Unsaturated fats help lower bad cholesterol, LDL, raise good cholesterol, HDL, and increase blood circulation throughout the body, especially to sensitive areas. By now, we've learned about these 6 nuts, each with unique special effects. They're like 6 musicians in an orchestra, each playing a different instrument, but together creating a harmonious and beautiful symphony. You might wonder, Emily Carter, if each nut is so good, should I eat all of them? The answer is yes, but not haphazardly. If you know how to properly combine them, you can create a synergistic effect, what we call 1 plus 1.2 in nutrition. I've seen many men try just 1 nut, sometimes walnuts, sometimes chia seeds, and the results are often not obvious until they recombine these nuts together, eating sufficient amounts daily. That's when their bodies truly respond. So, how can you use these nuts in a reasonable, simple, and effective way? I'd like to share a very simple daily schedule. No complex memorization, no special tools, just a bit of patience and trust in your own body, and within a few weeks, you'll start to feel the effects. In the morning, after brushing your teeth and preparing breakfast, eat 1 Brazil nut and 5 almonds. Brazil nuts awaken our morning endocrine glands and stabilize testosterone. Almonds nourish our blood vessels, making your mind more relaxed and refreshed. Don't rush to chew them up. Every morning, treat it as greeting your body, slowly savor their taste. At noon, when you feel your afternoon energy starting to drop, don't reach for coffee or sweets. Instead, Eat a small handful, about 15 grams of pistachios, plus 1 tablespoon of chia seeds sprinkled on yogurt or oatmeal. At this time, our body needs to store energy for the afternoon. Pistachios powerfully promote blood circulation, making our sexual reflexes more sensitive. Though small, chia seeds act like a tiny matchstick, keeping you calm and alert. About an hour before bedtime, eat a few walnuts and some pumpkin seeds. This isn't just a healthy snack, it also promotes nighttime blood circulation and helps repair the prostate. This is when our body's recovery ability is strongest. Many men have told me that since they started eating these nuts before bed, their sleep has become deeper, they wake up less tired, and their minds are clearer. Although these 6 nuts are beautiful gifts from nature, to truly unleash their effects, the correct usage method is just as important as the nuts themselves. Many people often make the following common mistakes. Please be sure to avoid them. First, adding too many seasonings. Many men aren't used to eating plain nuts, so to make them tastier, they add salt, sugar, or honey. This may seem harmless, but excess salt and sugar quietly undermine the nut's benefits. For example, pistachios are great for blood circulation, but if you're eating salt-roasted ones, it could actually harm those with high blood pressure. Sugar-coated walnuts cause your blood sugar to spike quickly, leading to fatigue afterward. So please always choose unseasoned, pure nuts. Second, lacking patience and expecting quick results. Some eat for just 3 or 4 days, feel no change, and give up. But our body isn't a light switch. It won't react instantly. Especially for those who've worked hard for years, lived under high stress, stayed up late, and eaten irregularly. It takes time and patience for the body to regain vitality. Treat this like watering a dry piece of land. You need consistent watering to see greenery flourish. Third, eating only one type and ignoring combination. Some choose just one nut, hoping it can change everything. But each nut is like a puzzle piece. They can't replace each other. Only when combined can they fully support our hormones, blood circulation, mental state, and sexual reflexes. Lastly, focusing only on diet while ignoring overall lifestyle. This is the biggest mistake. If you're sleep deprived, rarely exercise, and live under constant stress, your body won't be able to repair itself properly. Even if you eat plenty of nuts, if you only sleep 5 hours a night, stay anxious all day, and won't even take a 10-minute walk, the results will be minimal. Please remember, nuts are excellent fuel, but for your body to recover, you also need proper engine maintenance, sleep, exercise, and a positive mindset. So in addition to eating the right nuts, I strongly recommend giving yourself these priceless, free gifts every day. First, deep and sufficient sleep. Many think it's fine to sleep less as they age, but sleep is actually our body's most powerful natural energy charger. For men, sex hormones like testosterone are mainly produced during deep sleep between 11 p.m. and 3 a.m. So if you want to restore your physical strength, mental clarity, and sexual function, aim to sleep at least 7 hours every night. Ideally, be in bed by 10:30 p.m. Second, gentle and consistent exercise. You don't need to go to the gym or run marathons. Just 15-20 minutes of slow walking daily is enough. Regular walking promotes blood circulation, benefits the heart, reduces stress, improves insulin sensitivity, and keeps your body in a healthy biological rhythm. Third, healthy lifestyle habits. Treat your body kindly. Limit beer and hard liquor, and ideally quit smoking. This isn't about morality or image. Science has proven that smoking and drinking directly lower testosterone, weaken sexual reflexes, slow recovery, and destabilize your mental state. Fourth, a positive and calm mindset. I believe the foundation of all this is our attitude toward life. When a man can maintain a positive, open, and relaxed mindset, he naturally becomes healthier and stronger. When you feel stressed, exhausted, or worried, your body secretes large amounts of stress hormones. Cortisol. which suppress testosterone production. But when you feel calm, relaxed, and stress-free, everything naturally returns to balance. Now that you've learned all this knowledge, it's time to make a decision, a small choice that could change the rest of your life. If you're still hesitating, let me say this. If you've made it this far, I believe you're ready to begin a new journey. If you feel today is the day for change, please type 1 in the comments below. This is a small, sacred promise to yourself. If you have a friend, partner, father, or anyone else you care about, please share this video with them. Videos may pass, but your caring action will remain. Perhaps your small share could reignite a spark of life that's been extinguished for too long. We can't grow younger, but starting today, we can live healthier, easier, and higher quality lives. Thank you for your patient company. I hope to see you in the next video, as we continue learning how to live better every single day.